Dana, really another interesting story that made it around the world was the shoe that was thrown at President Bush in Baghdad. Most people don't realize that there was a casualty during that time. You actually received a black eye. Please share the story.
Yeah, I'm the only one who got hurt in the whole thing. Thankfully, the president had such great reflexes. You know, he ducks twice like that, like an athlete. But imagine if the president of the United States got hit by somebody's shoe in Iraq. I mean, that would imagine the jihadists could recruit on that for the rest of time. And he was determined to finish the press conference. But what happened was, when the shoes were thrown, the lead Secret Service agent was standing behind the interpreter, and when he lunged forward, it swung the boom mic arm around and it hit me right here. And I'd never felt anything like that before. I'd never had the physical violence against my face, ever, or maybe ever anywhere. And I was crying, but I was trying not to because I didn't want to make a scene. And I thought, I was actually very fearful because when that all happened, my first thought was, here we go, because that's a typical terrorist activity, right, to create a distraction for a bomb. And there was a lot of equipment and boxes there because it was a live television feed. But of course that wasn't it, and I finally, when he decides to finish the press conference, a Marine grabs me by the hand and pulls me out of the room, and we're trying to get out, but the Iraqi security forces had shut it down as a crime scene. And I have my hand over my eye, and they're saying, no, not through here. And I said, I need a doctor. And the security guard, like many Iraqis that took jobs with the government at the time, he says, I am doctor. No, my doctor. And a couple minutes later, when the president came to find me, we had to get ready to do this Martha Raddatz interview. And he put his arm around me and said, I saw you crying, but I thought it was just because the guy threw his shoe at me. And I said, well, I grew up in Wyoming, and I'm a little tougher than that. But yes, I got a black eye. And then when I slept on the flight, I didn't know anything about black eyes. Like, you all who play hockey, you might know that you're not supposed to lie on your side after you get hit in the face. So I didn't know that, and I found a space on the floor of Air Force One, and because everyone else, they were busy, and I just needed to rest, so I lay down, and about 5 hours later, we were landing in Kabul, and I got up, and I put my blanket away, and I walked into the conference room, and Mark Thiessen, who's a speechwriter for him at the time, said, did you sleep on your side? Yes? I didn't know, and he said, go and look, and it was black, actually black from here to here, and we get to Karzai's castle, and 43 says, walk with me. So I was with him, and Karzai, who was totally corrupt but very charming, said, oh no, you know what, I feel so bad for you. And I said, oh, that's okay, you should see the other guy. And actually, you probably should have seen him because the Iraqi forces, security forces, did give him a what for.